This would make one really epic episode of tidying up. I mean, this building is ridiculous. What's going on here? First, let me start by saying this is not one, but two families, storage, two farms worth of things. If you know a farm, you know it's got a lot of stuff, all crammed into this space. Now this is a huge, awesome garage. There should be plenty of room to sort and organize all our stuff, which is the ridiculous problem. We have all this space, really well lit, good shelving, like there's no reason this shouldn't be super organized, but it's not. When we moved in, about half of the stuff that you see in here is my in-laws or the farm's equipment, and then the other half is now our life, the stuff that we can't fit in our apartment that eventually will be going into the house. And for the last 6 months, we've just been ignoring this, like blinders on. When you walk through it, just like don't look. But as you can see, it's like hard to walk through here. I mean, just trying to get from one side to the other, you feel like Pac-Man, dodging and weaving. You're looking behind you to see if there's a goblin coming to get you. Sue! Yeah, this is, whew. So today we start working on this monstrosity. I got my helpers. We ready, dudes?
Yeah.
Are we gonna organize this disaster? Let's get started. Mary Poppins, away! We've been talking about the lean farm principles today. We're still sorting through stuff to see what we're keeping and what we're going to be getting rid of. In this case, we have a ton of duplicate chicken things. My mother-in-law had a bunch of chicken equipment. We have a bunch of chicken equipment. So some of these things we can sort through and say, let's keep the ones we like to use, the best ones, and then the other ones we can sell at a tag sale, post on Craigslist, and then stuff in bad shape we can just get rid of. One of the things that keeps happening as we're sorting through all the stuff we own, I keep saying, oh, I didn't even know we had that, or that's where that thing is. We've been needing a big second feeder. My son's chickens are getting big now. The chicks are huge now. We could use another big, one of our Premier One feeders. I also need a heated dog water. My dog's water's freezing. Didn't even know we had these things, but just sorting through all our stuff, we're finding things we can use and getting rid of the stuff we can't. We're going through our waterers. We have tons of plastic bell waterers. And one of the things I've decided is going to be whether or not we keep these things, because they're still in good shape. If I can't hang a waterer, I'm getting rid of it. You've seen it if you've watched our chick videos. You can watch some of our older chick brooding videos. I always hang waterers because that way as the chicks grow, you can scooch the water higher and higher easily. If you just put it on like the ground and then like a concrete block, it's hard to make it adjustments for the chicks. If it doesn't hang, it goes away. That one goes away, and this one can stay. Careful. No, you didn't. These can all hang. We have given ourselves the allotment of 2 hours a day on this because we have a lot to do as it is. We have a business to run, a farm to take care of, kids to be involved with, meals to cook, everyday life stuff. And so we agreed 2 hours a day is what we're gonna set. And in 2 hours, one shelf. Let's do a little math here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 50. Oh my goodness. There's like 2 days of my life that's gonna be spent just on shelves. If you don't think there's a cost to keeping stuff, start doing the math on how long it takes you to sort it, to organize it. Stuff has a serious cost of your life. I'm gonna spend 2 days of my life that I could spend doing anything. I could spend them traveling, going surfing like I used to surf, you know, hanging out with my friends, family, doing something with livestock. I'm gonna spend 2 days just organizing stuff on shelves that honestly we haven't used. We'll use it. I mean, some of the feeders we had today we'll use, but like, this is like, we are simplifying and we are not looking back. Okay, we're gonna shut it down today and do one more shelf tomorrow and another one after that and another one after that. Let's see if I can like Mary Poppins this. Ooh, and it's done. No, it's not done. Let's go. I talk a lot about training your dogs while you're doing other things because it's hard to, you know, take an hour a day to do dog training, but it's not hard to do stuff like chores and work. Meanwhile, teach your dog something. So here I have Poppy working on the sit command. Right now I got her up to about a minute, but here I have her on a platform up on a shelf. She's not going to jump down. She's too scared to jump down. It's a small platform. She can't even lay down. I tell her sit. And now I got her sitting for, 20 minutes here. Teaching her, reinforcing a command that we're working on. Meanwhile, I'm getting work done. Try to squeeze in dog training wherever you can. In this instance, it's while we spend our entire life sorting all the stuff we have to move.
I was not part of this yesterday because we had decided to try to do our 2 hours of tidying after dinner every day. And by 5 o'clock I was exhausted, so I told Austin, I don't think this is gonna work for me to do it after dinner. We got everything started a little earlier, so I put dinner in the Instapot today early. Austin got his video finished early today, so we got down here around 4, which made a big difference for me and how I'm feeling. And it's a little victory, but what we're doing is, it's one shelf of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One shelf section of 8. That means we're an eighth of the way done with cleaning out and assigning things back onto it as their place. The barn what we've got here is we made it a tool section because we moved, we've been using tools, we've had tools everywhere. Now we're gonna have tools here. Then we'll start working on the lumber beside it. So everything that'll really make sense. I'm just gonna walk through and look at the other shelves and imagine what they'll look like. He's breaking the rules. It's supposed to be done already. And he's hammering something. He'll be held accountable.
Let's take a dump run. Didn't make the immature joke. Are you proud of me?
Yes.
Kay's dad has a fabrication shop with a big dumpster. We're able to throw this on the pile each day. It's really nice. Then we ask permission. understands the basic concept.
All right.
While those two back there work, we're gonna talk.
Kind of in response to some comments from the last video when we talked about these principles, just to explain a little further our personal philosophies on this all.
In the last video we made talking about tidying up and leaning out our farm, the audience was about 50-50 split in the comments. Some people who really value decluttering, simplifying, and just streamlining. And other people who we in the past have heard from when we throw things out who want to find use and value in every single thing on their farm. And that's fine, you can be either of those. Like, we have no problem. If you want to save everything, go for it. If you want to get rid of everything, okay. It's your decision on your farm.
And sometimes even in different stages of your life, in your lifetime you will probably be both of those things at some point, as we have been. And when we talk about tidying up or the lean farm, we can't claim to be following the principles down to the T of either one of these things. We're kind of using principles from both of them in what we're doing now in our life. But we are not a small Japanese home. We're a working farm. So if we have room for things that we can foresee using in the future, we are keeping them. Even if we don't love them, even if they don't spark joy, we may be keeping some things. So if things are in good condition and we can see a use for them, as well as have the proper storage for them. And so our goal is to have space for everything and to know where everything is.
If you have the proper storage for every single thing you want to save, then sure, save everything. But remember, in life, we have limited amounts of everything, storage being one of them, time being another. And if you're spending an excessive amount of time trying to find one of the little random things that you've saved, while you might be saving money on that item because you saved that little thing, you are spending time, and time is the one thing we can't get any more of. We can get more storage, we can get more stuff, but we can't get more time.
So for us right now, because we've been moving so much and trying to fit a lot of stuff in these spaces, this decluttering or tidying really appeals to us right now. And I know there are some of you watching who it appeals to also, those with 4 kids moving into a small house.
Yes.
One thing I've been telling myself during this journey is that just because a person keeps everything, it doesn't necessarily make them thrifty. And just because we're getting rid of stuff, rehoming it, it doesn't make us wasteful.
Somebody said that lean production, lean mindset, it's a part of the throwaway generation, the group of people who just throw everything away, don't fix anything, and just buy a bunch of new garbage. They go drive out and buy new garbage. And again, we've talked about this concept before. Storage on your homestead or on your farm is a very valuable currency. You could think about it like money. You only have so much money to spend on your farm this year. You only have so much storage to spend on your farm. And so you want to make sure you're using your limited amount of storage to the best of your ability. We are blessed here with a beautiful garage with beautiful pallet racks to store things. But if we fill it so full with every little thing and don't get rid of anything, we won't be able to find anything. We'll be wasting time, which is so precious. We are trying to be thrifty. We are trying to be frugal in ways that require us to get rid of some of the lesser value items so that we can make a home to save and be frugal with the better quality things that are worth saving.
One of the personal goals I've had, and I think maybe Austin's adopted it a little bit,
should be interesting.
Is trying to be a mindful consumer.
Yes.
So I'm not a shopper. I don't enjoy going out for shopping for the most part. If I can get clothes handed down to me for myself, for us, and for the kids, I'll gladly accept them. Right now, the way we decorated the apartment we're living in is with some hand-me-down furniture.
Oh yeah.
It's the sofa we got. It's 30 years old. I have pictures of it as a kid of the four in my family sitting on the sofa. It's got a rip in it, but it's still a solid piece of furniture, and that's what we're using right now for a pull-out bed, for a couch to sit on when we watch TV. So although some may refer to what we're doing now and trying to get rid of things, rehome things as wasteful. I look at it more as we're just really finding what things we'll use, whether it's in the foreseeable future or right now, and we're making the most of what we have.
We are going through our stuff, getting rid of the waste, the things we don't need, rehoming some things, throwing out junk and broken things.
Yes,
there are things we are throwing out because they are broken.
Yeah, I think everyone can admit some things are just garbage.
Poor quality stuff. We have a lot of chicken feeders and waters we've experimented with over the years, and there are some garbage ones. And you might say like, well, give them to someone who doesn't have any. I would never want to give you a garbage chicken waterer because you can get a good one for like $30. And if you can't afford that, then you shouldn't get chickens.
This is when people get angry
You can get
at
mad at me, but it's okay. People can get angry at me. I'm a YouTuber. Used to it. Soften me, babe. Soften me.
I know. So what this reminds me of once again, which we kind of tried to do when we moved, but we got burned out from figuring out what to do with all our stuff. I don't have this compulsion that I feel like I need to keep everything right now. And now when we look at this wall behind us here, the fact that we can walk through this building, on one shelf we have all the hardware that we need on this farm, or we need in this building, in the house. It's all there. I don't feel so overwhelmed by everything right now. Now we have kind of this happy space where we look at our storage and we're like, yeah, we have stuff.
Look at that.
And it's here and we'll need it and we'll use it, but it's organized.
And we're not going to waste any time looking for it. Time is the most precious thing you have. It's worth more than your money. It's worth more than your storage. If you're wasting time, you're not being thrifty. You're being wasteful. Don't waste that time. Don't you dare. I won't let you do it. I will reach through this lens and I will poke you until you stop wasting time.
So
they're just about done back there. Should we reveal? Look at how good this looks. Let's dip out of the screen. I want to show you a huge milestone in here, and it's not gonna feel huge, maybe to you, but it's gonna feel huge to me. You ready for this? Wow, I can walk in here and not trip over anything. My dog cannot trip over anything. My pregnant wife cannot trip over anything.
This is a big deal. This is new.
Like, look at how much space walking in here. There's an aisle to outside that garage door, and there's an aisle like halfway to there. And then it stops, of course, but we're getting there. Like this.
Let me see something. This has been great because this meant we could get my dad in here because we could actually see behind things.
Because he could actually walk in here?
Yeah. He could say like, okay, this was all used for the apartment construction. That goes to the shop, his shop, where it came from. So he got to reclaim a lot of his stuff that he'll be needing down at his business or up at his new house.
It snowballs.
Yes.
Stuff like this snowballs.
It's going so much faster. You know, from when we were down here the first day, me second day, it seemed like this will never end. But it's actually coming together a lot faster than I thought it would. So this has made me really happy.
We're 1 week in tomorrow?
Yeah.
Or today? It's about 1 week.
Yeah, I don't remember.
And we had, about yesterday, I hit a brick wall. I did not want to come down here at all. But we forced ourselves just a little every day. Just one load in the gator, just a little.
It always ends up being a little more than that because we get started.
But it snowballs because the minute one shelf is clear, now you have a place to put the stuff you're keeping. So then now you have some place to step.
So look at the actual empty shelves we have that we don't have anything on.
Nothing on it.
Put anything on
That's our storage savings account. We have a lot of storage in the storage savings account, which means valuable things can go there and be
Yes.
found.
And be found.
Oh man.
And be, taken good care of. Nothing. That's it. And I'm gonna move a little
Shut
bit more
this down,
stuff.
woman.
Yes.
Well, like hit the camera or something. Something YouTuber-y. Be a YouTuber.
Don't just walk away.
Don't just walk away. That's a fade out.
I'm gonna go move more stuff.
YouTube. If you like our show, there's a really easy way you can support us in producing this show without spending a penny extra. If you're going to shop on Amazon, just click on this link right here to do so, or before you go to Amazon, type in amsteady.com. Every purchase you make supports our show without costing you a penny extra. We thank you so much for your help in producing Homesteady.